So this is Superintendent Killingbeck over the shoulder with Principal Gensch. October is National Principals Month, and so we're just talking to our principals, each of them with an episode of Over the Shoulder. Lori, how long have you been a principal here at Hemlock Public School District?
This is my 9th year.
9th year.
Yes.
Doesn't it seem like it was just yesterday?
It does. It's going fast.
And what do they say about things that go fast? Must be
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
It has gone extremely fast.
So what is your favorite part of your job? What do you love about when you get here in the morning?
It's just being around the kids. The days fly by. It's, the bell rings and it seems like it's the start of the school day, and the bell rings and it's the end of the school day. It goes really fast. The endless amount of hugs is probably the best thing. You walk down the hallway and what you think might take 30 seconds to get to a classroom probably takes 15 minutes because you're stopped. But that's the best part. The hugs, the high fives, the fist bumps.
Oh, yes.
You can't get enough of that. So when you're having a bad day, my other favorite thing is to just walk into a classroom and it may mean I just sit down for 5 minutes and everything else seems to drift away.
And maybe this is just my perception, but I imagine a trip to the grocery store for you is like a rock star showing up someplace. Are you able to shop in public? I mean, is it feasible for you to go to the grocery store at normal hours?
I am. It just takes a lot longer. If you ask my kids, they tend to get a little frustrated. We're dodging some corners every now and again, but no, it's fun. It's fun to see the kids somewhere other than school, because sometimes they think I live there.
Right. We think you just plug in at the end. You're like the vacuum.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what are some of the neat things that are happening at K.C. Ling Elementary right now?
Probably the biggest thing is the new addition of our gym. That's still a huge point of pride for us. There are still a few things that we're working on getting done in there, but with basketball season coming upon us, the students will be using that not only for PE, but also they'll be practicing in there for the new gym or new basketball season. But then also they'll get to play some of their games there as well.
Really?
So we bring some of the new community members in there on the weekends, not just during the school hours. So
that's awesome. So is rec basketball happening there too?
Yep.
Oh,
some of the grade
amazing.
levels will play there.
So because people wonder, like, hey, we had a gym over there, but it really wasn't construction, or excuse me, not construction, but competition quality. So what are we doing with the old gym?
So the old gym has been able to become more of a multi-purpose room. We use it to extend our cafeteria. So if students are still eating, we have a bigger space to expand into. We are also able to open the overhead garage doors, so it creates more of a sound barrier so that it's not so noisy in there for the students. But also if we have inclement weather, they can go in there instead of having to go into their classrooms.
So we haven't had any inclement weather yet, right?
Yes, well, if there's rain or things like that,
so
they can go in there, and rather than having to go in their classrooms, we split up and some of the classes get to go in there and the other gym if there's not gym classes, and we can have indoor recess in the gyms. So that helps a ton. I
remember when we had those early talks about the gym at K.C. Ling, and there were some people who were like, hey, on a priority list, not that it's not needed, but they had it lower than you and I had it. And I look at it, the building now and how it functions, and I was like, this was the right call.
Yeah. The other thing too is it provides a break area for our students when sometimes they are feeling overwhelmed. Some of our students just need some time to run around, supervise with a paraprofessional, and they just get the wiggles out. And so they'll go in there for 10 minutes with a parapro, and that gives them the space to be able to do so without interrupting any other classmates.
Love it. So the space is used pretty much every day, whether it be drop-off, pickup, during the day for inclement weather. It's your multi-purpose, your assemblies happen there.
Yes.
And then the other end of the building is used every day with the new gym for PE classes. It's used on the weekends for rec sports. Yep. After-school practices happen in there too?
Yes.
Probably in both spaces, right?
Yes, they're happening in both spaces. So we start the school day, different kids, rather than staying in front of their lockers like we've done in the past, different grade levels are assigned to each of the gyms. And then at the end of the day, we have middle school students, we have high school students that use both gyms. And then like I mentioned earlier, when the basketball season starts, we'll be also using both gyms. so that the kindergarten students and first grade students aren't practicing at 9 o'clock at night anymore.
Wow,
So that will
that's
be a huge
huge.
difference maker.
Huge benefit. So what about, like we've had some staff retire from KC Ling, and then we've had growth. I remember when you first started 9 years ago, we weren't that far off to where we were down to 2 sections in certain grades. I think the year you came, we were all in 3s. What's the largest group you have? How many sections?
We have 5 sections of 4th grade currently.
Wow, so 5 sections. And
Yes.
those grades only grow as they came in. They probably were 4 or 5, and then they've grown, as we keep going. So they'll grow into middle school, grow into high school.
Yep.
So very exciting.
We don't have any open classrooms, so it's a good problem to have.
Oh,
Our
that's-
building is full.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. So is there any piece of advice you would give young parents?
I would have to say that Hemlock is such a welcoming and warm community. When you come into Hemlock, you are a part of our Husky family right from the get-go. I think that as soon as you enter the doors, whether it be the paraprofessionals or the custodians that greet you first thing in the morning, or the teachers that are working with your kids all throughout the day, everyone there has your children's best interests at heart, and we're there to protect them and keep them safe and provide the most welcoming and warm environment that we possibly can. Hi, I am Principal Gensch, and I am a Hemlock Husky.